Hello, my name is Gooks or GooKS. If you know me, you know that when I started uploading videos, I've never really touched anything outside the US tech tree. And the US tech tree isn't really known for having the greatest arcade props. However, I've recently started actually improving my skills and grinding out other nations. And I've started playing one of the greatest arcade props. And if you couldn't tell from the background footage, it's the BF-109. The 109 is widely regarded as one of the best planes in arcade, with its incredible flight model. In the latest update, Gaijin just fixed a 2-year-old bug with the MG151, massively buffing its high explosive damage. Today, I'll be talking about the F4, since that's what I've played. I've been able to get my first 30 kill streak in this thing. However, sadly, I only recorded the last 3 minutes of the game. So, this video is just going to be highlights of other kill streaks I had. Today, I'm going to be showing a couple highlights of outnumbered dogfights in the enemy spawn. I'm currently working on getting another high kill game, but I've gone a little too long without uploading. I'm going to be explaining my thought process in each fight to hopefully give newer players a window into the camping mindset. However, I'm going to first go over my moral standpoint on spawn camping. So, people get really salty when they get camped, and I've even gotten death threats. Many people say that camping is low skill, but camping is pretty difficult. I recommend you go try it yourself. I bet most of the people calling it low skill couldn't get 3 kills before dying. In a camp, you're constantly going to be outnumbered, and there's little margin for error, as people are constantly spawning on you. The clips you see in this video are cherry-picked and are highlights. Spawn camping is difficult. Most of the time, I'm going to make a mistake, ending in me getting damaged, causing me to make more mistakes and die. Personally, I play this game to have fun, and camping is one way I enjoy the game. I don't feel bad ruining other people's time because there is counterplay against campers. Just ignoring the camper and diving away when the camper dives on you is a great way to piss campers off. People make the mistake of immediately pitching straight up to kill me, but that just speeds up your death. The fact that counterplay is so simple means that I don't feel bad when I camp people. Okay, back to the video. In this scenario, there are 5 people, a B-26, P-63, M4U, Yak-9, and an F-6F. I see the F4U and Yak-9 pitch up, so I take the head-on with both. Since I start with the energy advantage, I should be able to quickly stall them out and kill them, allowing me to focus the others in their spawn. Now, the newly buffed guns really come in handy, since this was a really sketchy shot. And now the P-63 is here. I'm now looping an F4U and a P-63, and the B-26 comes in. I have to keep looping in order to deny the people below me an easy shots. Luckily, the B-26's 50 cals do not instantly one-tap me, and I see the P-63 and I try to get a shot, but he's diving away and I go for the mosquito who appears in front of me. Unfortunately, my aim is not good, and I reset the fight by climbing up and reloading my guns. While climbing, I look behind me to assess the situation. The F4U shoots, so I use the rudder and elevator to dodge. I have the F4U, the Yak-9 I severed earlier, and a P-47 behind me. I want to play aggressive, so I turn around to take a head-on. I can't merge with the F4U, so I dodge his rounds and shoot the Yak, who dies. And I fly up over the P-47, who now has guns on me, in order to start spiraling both the P-47 and the F4U. I get a little aggressive here. I try to pull for the shot on the F4U, but I barely can't pull the lead, and I accidentally fly in front of his guns. Luckily, he misses, and in time to go for the P-47. This time, I'm able to slide in right behind the P-47 and disassemble his plane with those beautiful MG151s. I lose the F4U, and I frantically look around to find him, which is when I see a P-51 coming in from below. And he's basically stalled himself out, so I get a free kill. I still need to find that F4U from earlier, and he appears behind me. I go up and over, he goes down, and I'm able to pull in for the easy kill. At the start of the match, it's important to climb and take out anyone at high altitude and make sure you have altitude advantage when you spawn camp. Here, I've just finished taking out some bombers. I'm being chased down by 3 people, the P-47, I-185, and P-51. I know I can easily kill them all in a dogfight, so all I need to do is survive the head-on. Unfortunately, the 185 kind of flies away and comes back later, meaning they're too decent for me to loop all at once. I need the P-47 to die here, so I spray the head-on. I pay attention to the 185 and merge with the P-51 and dodge. Now I turn into the 185 and dodge the head-on as well. I'm going to continue looping left to spiral into the P-51 that just passed, and also loop into the I-185 at the same time. After some terrible aim, the P-51 goes down, and I can easily win the 1v1 against the I-185 since their flight performance is not very good compared to mine. For dogfights like this, it's very important to learn rudder turning, which almost doubles your turning speed in the 109. I'll put the video in the card above. Mastering head-ons is very important in spawn camping. As you saw in the previous clip, sometimes you need to take out an enemy quickly in order to better deal with the other people. However, it's important you don't get hit, and pull away when you see tracers. I like to use one rudder key and pitch down, which gains you a lot of separation in a very short amount of time, and also allows you to quickly recommit if you see them disengage. A large chunk of your kills are going to come from head-ons, so it's good to learn how to take those well and also prioritize your survival over the kill. Here are some more examples of head-ons. Pay attention to how I dodge after each head-on. Here, I'm shooting long distance and he fires back, so I dodge and I'm able to recommit and shoot again and dodge. In this head-on, I shot with my plane sideways, which allowed my wing-mounted guns to cover a wider range. In this first head-on, I dodge a little too early and he would have been able to shoot me, so I recommit and do a quick burst to take him out. And this guy's basically stalled, so that's another free kill. Head-ons are a lot easier when you have the altitude advantage, like you just saw. Here, I'm diving on two people, the P61 and 185. However, I missed the P61 and I'm forced to spiral with them. I'm trying to stall out the 185 as the P61 disengages. This was not the best decision since the 185 has guns on me and could have hit it, but he ends up missing everything. I make sure to pay attention to their spawn and try to pull into the 185. However, I'm just short, and I see a 109 pitching up for me. Towards their spawn, I see a P51 and another 185. Finally, I'm able to pull lead on the 185, and I manage to take him down. Lastly, the 109 below me is pitching up, and he's basically stalled himself out, so I do a quick loop around to take him out as well. After taking out a bomber, I take some time to assess the situation at hand. Whenever you have a bit of downtime, it's important to look around you. In this case, a 185 has side climbed and is now diving at me. When dealing with side climbers, you should disengage from the camp and take care of this climber first, or else he's just going to boom and zoom you. Luckily, this guy's about equal energy as me, and my long range head-on connects. I'm able to quickly turn back into their spawn, where I see a P47 pitching up. He's already basically stalled out, so I get the free kill. I once again reassess the situation, and I see an HE-112 close by. I pull up, and I start turning around, and he pitches up for me. I know he's low on energy, so I dive early in order to secure the kill, and I catch him right as he stalls out. That's about it for today's video. Sorry that it's kinda low quality and rushed. I needed to get something out while I worked on a good 30 kill game in the 109. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed, and hopefully this gives some of those toxic players a little sense of how difficult spawn camping actually is. Maybe this will help you learn to spawn camp yourself and give a little bit of a baseline of what to do. Well, see you next time, and